Right now at 10, big changes coming to Medicare, the choices you might have to make.
And a deer running through a Holman business. The wild scene all caught on video.
Plus, 1,000 signatures and counting, what Viroqua residents are now asking the city to help save.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Quite a wild scene over in Holman.
It sure was. A deer running through a wine bar, and it's all caught on camera. News 8 Now's Grace Monk reports.
Employees at Lush Wine Bistro were quietly working when a deer came barreling across the street, sliding straight through this store and into their business.
I didn't see him coming with the big door or anything. He just came right through the window.
Lush Wine and Bistro had an unusual customer Wednesday afternoon.
I was standing at the register on a FaceTime with a vendor, and there was a loud crash.
I came out of the kitchen not knowing what happened, and we kind of both screamed.
A deer sliding through a glass panel on a garage door.
Got up, came right at me, jumped over the bar.
The deer stood behind the bar for several seconds
I don't know if he was looking for some bourbon or what he was trying to get back there.
before jumping back over and exiting through a side door.
It's not our typical clientele, is the deer. But I mean, even they hear we have really good drinks and food, so they're coming in.
It did make quite a mess, but luckily the damage wasn't too bad. They were able to open up again later in the afternoon. Reporting in Holman, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
At least it went out the side door.
Yeah.
Well, Mayo Clinic has canceled its Medicare Advantage plan contracts with both United Healthcare and Humana. The changes affect thousands of patients who must choose new plans or pay more to keep their Mayo doctors. Local experts say the changes all come down to reimbursement rates, with providers making less profit from Medicare Advantage plans. They're calling this the most disruptive enrollment period in decades.
I've never seen it as busy. I've been in the Medicare space for 43 years, and this is the most chaotic year.
The Medicare open enrollment period runs until Sunday, December 7th. Medicare advisors urge patients to schedule appointments soon.
Mayo Clinic Health System breaking ground today on a major expansion at its Sparta Hospital. Mayo Clinic Health System leaders and local officials celebrated the milestone, which will expand access to high-quality care in the region. Renovations include updated sections of the hospital, including operating and inpatient rooms. Infusion and pharmacy for services will also be added.
Updating our facility so that it better meets our patients' needs, so that things like the bathrooms are more accessible for our patients, so that we have better mobility for them to better enhance their care and to better enhance their patient experience while they're here.
Officials expect construction to wrap up in 2027. Mayo Health System's St. Anne building is being demolished. The building was decommissioned in September, and all patients were moved to the new $215 million hospital on the same campus. St. Anne's was built in 1927. Plans for what will go in its place are unclear.
A developing story out of Eau Claire. A 35-year-old Altoona man is facing child porn charges. Police say Brandon Kephart was busted after an FBI undercover operation. Over 100 disturbing images were allegedly found on his phone and computer. The investigation started when Kephart reportedly discussed plans to sexually assault a 5-year-old with an undercover agent.
Well, all in all, it was cloudy, cool, continued today, but overall dry too. And the good story going forward is we're going to have a quiet end to the work week, but we got some kind of cold or chilly nights ahead right now. In the blue right there, you see that is frost advisories for some of those areas. If you're not in that, pretty much that means you've already seen a frost or a freeze as we see those kind of conditions here through the night. Now, basically, that's our lows. Given some cloud cover that'll still exist and some wind, it'll keep some of these temperatures kind of in that 32 to 36 range along where that advisory is, and therefore that's why it's a frost advisory right now. Overall temperatures are continuing to fall, but we still have cloud cover to the east and more actually to picking up northwest of Minneapolis. So we will see that throughout the night along with clearing skies at times too as we go throughout. So waking up tomorrow morning, we're going to have a cloud cover, a little bit less towards the afternoon, but there will be clouds present. 44, but notice the wind too. Northwest at about 9 at noon, so much less than we saw for today. And similar story for La Crosse too, getting back up to 47. There are some clouds in the morning, more sun in the afternoon, but overall the wind will be far less as we go throughout the day. Now going forward, yes, we're going to have a great period probably to get out there and see the peak leaf season. A lot of areas are near the peak or even past the peak. You go further north, but definitely the next 4 days you want to get out there and enjoy it, because next week we have another system, and yes, it'll be probably past peak by then.
All right. Thank you, Greg. More than 1,000 people are petitioning to save a disc golf course in Viroqua. The Veterans Hills Disc Golf Course faces closure as the Viroqua VFW considers selling the property. VFW leaders say declining membership and rising costs for repairs are forcing them to explore options. Vernon Trails has launched the petition asking the city to buy the land and preserve the free public course.
We understand that the VFW has a need, and we just want to help them meet that need and save this legacy for them, for our community, and for all the visitors that come here.
Viroqua City Council meets next week to discuss purchasing the 40-acre property. City officials acknowledge the community's support but have concerns about the financial commitment to buy the land.
Well, for the third straight year, enrollment at the universities of Wisconsin has increased. Fall enrollment totals 164,626 students. 9 of the 13 schools saw an increase, including UWL, which reached 10,584 total students.
Students are seeing the value of higher education in the state of Wisconsin. We are a great value for students in the state. When you look at it, we have the lowest tuition of any public university system in the Midwest and beyond. And at the same time, we are offering an excellent academic experience.
The universities also saw a 5.5% increase of freshmen living on campus, the largest on record.
One day for UWL is officially over. The 24-hour fundraising event raked in over $553,000 and over 2,000 gifts. The money raised will go towards scholarships, athletic departments, and extracurricular programs. Officials say the final total won't be in until sometime in November.
The Milwaukee Burger Company hosted their annual fundraiser for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Burgers for Boobs includes donation burgers, special shirts, and silent auctions, with all proceeds benefiting the Mississippi Sisters Dragon Boat team and the mother of one of MBC's employees who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer.
One of our core values is community. We want to make sure that we give back to the people that we service in our community, the people that take care of us. I think it's super important so that people know they're not alone. Almost all of us can think of someone that's been touched by breast cancer, so we want you to know you're not alone. We see you. We're here for you.
The fundraiser ran until 10 o'clock tonight.
Habitat for Humanity hosted Desperate Journeys training in La Crosse today. People learned about the lives of refugees, immigrants, and asylum seekers. The free training explores current migration challenges and legislation that impacts resettlement. Attendees also learn how to better support and welcome migrants in their communities.
I think it offers an increased sensitivity and compassion for what other people have gone through. And so I think it's important to understand these stories, to hear these stories, and to best prepare ourselves for compassionate services or working with people from these communities.
Habitat, Franciscan Spirituality Center, Franciscan Sisters, and Cooley Cap sponsored the 3-hour training.
The La Crosse Area Community Foundation announcing 2 new major grants today. Their focus, helping nonprofits fulfill their missions while continuing their daily operations. The grants will fund internal growth and leadership workshops. This year's recipients, the Seven Rivers LGBTQ Connection Center and the Good Fight Community Center.
We've entered some organizations into a program where we're surrounding them with dollars and support and are going to be in partnership with them for several years. The real indicator of success is going to come after that grant period is over.
The grant is designed to help them grow and become self-sustaining.
Still ahead tonight, day 22 of the government shutdown. Representative Van Orden and Senator Baldwin weighing in on the situation.
Plus, Amazon's AI investment, why the company's hiring plan is stirring up controversy.
Tomorrow morning, 13 rooms, 13 artists, one spooky experience will go inside the Uncanny exhibit at the RAD, and why you might not have a tree this holiday season. Arts tracking the first freeze. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension of sight and sound, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the sofa up ahead. Your next stop, the comfort zone.
Fast, free financing available. Don't need financing? Ask about our cash discount.
Come to Wesco and find yourself in the comfort zone and tell them Peyton sent you.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we've kicked off our store-wide celebration with unbeatable deals on toys and more. Like select Lego sets, $7.99 each. This Barbie and Ken combo pack, $16.99. New at Blaine's, these women's CGCG shackets, only $29.99. And save $10 on assorted Hill's Science Diet dog food. Shop now and save during our Toyland store-wide celebration. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
In the Northland, we're gearing up for winter by owning the cold and never letting it slow us down. With winter-ready features that make it that much easier. The only right way to get out there this season is in a Ford SUV that can handle it all. Now get $4,000 bonus cash on a new 2025 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Right now, 22 days into the government shutdown.
Furloughed federal workers and small business owners are among those concerned and hoping to an end to the gridlock on Capitol Hill.
CBS News' Erica Brown reports from Washington, D.C.
On Capitol Hill Wednesday, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle expressed frustration over the ongoing shutdown now in its fourth week.
This shutdown needs to end. Right now today, there are 50,000 TSA employees who are going into work and they're not getting paid. There are 14,000 air traffic controllers that are going into work and they're not getting paid.
And Republicans have shown zero interest or capacity to reopen the government, enact a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people, or address the health care crisis that Republicans have created.
With no end to the stalemate in sight, Republican lawmakers are proposing a bill that would compensate some essential federal workers like active duty military members, with a vote as soon as Thursday. Lines at food pantries across the country, including food banks in Minnesota and Maryland, have grown longer since the shutdown began, and with states warning the food assistance program known as SNAP could run out of funding come November 1st, the need is expected to grow even more. Small business owners like Barrick Awind of Golden Valley, Minnesota, say they're feeling the impact of the shutdown too.
But now, the government shutdown is here and it's just uncertainty.
The shutdown has paused new loans from the Small Business Administration.
If that's shut down and they're not doing loans, then that could really hamper the economy.
A survey from Goldman Sachs finds 72% of small business owners say keeping the government open is critical to their operations. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The shutdown is sparking new chatter on the nuclear option. Republicans could override the Senate filibuster, pass a bill, and reopen the government. Here's what Wisconsin Representative Derek Van Orden had to say.
The Democrats in the Senate simply have to vote for it, and then we can continue discussions. You don't do negotiations during a shutdown to talk about additions to a bill that is exactly the same bill that they all voted for already.
Meanwhile, Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin says the government needs to open so Wisconsinites' health care premiums don't double.
The New York Times is reporting Amazon is planning to replace more than 500,000 jobs with robots. According to internal documents reviewed by the Times, Amazon believes its AI investments would make it possible to avoid hiring 600,000 people it would otherwise need to hire by 2033. In a statement, Amazon says the documents were incomplete and do not give a complete picture of its hiring strategy. We'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, the good news is going to be a quiet and really seasonal stretch of weather that'll extend to the weekend. So definitely get out and enjoy all the fall colors because we have another storm that'll be arriving next week. We'll break it all down for you coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
I'll give you 10 grand for it, and that's a great deal.
It's easy to take a bad deal when you don't know what you have. $25,000 is a great personal injury settlement. Do your research and object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Kidde safety products protect your family in case of emergencies. Smoke and carbon monoxide detectors double the detection and protection. Get this Kidde smoke and carbon monoxide detector for $35.99 after rebate. Add character to your home with outdoor wall lights from Patriot Lighting. Hurry in to find the perfect light to match your style and security needs. This Brock Outdoor Motion Sensing Wall Light is $29.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
At Maury's Auto Group, we're not just part of the community, we're your neighbors and auto advocates. And most of all, we're part of your team. We have your back when life happens or when you just need someone to pick you up. And at Maury's, our commission-free sales team always gives you our best price first. Visit Maury'sAuto.com and score with over 5,000 vehicles from 21 brands. Maury's Auto Group, with 11 convenient locations in Wisconsin. Moving life forward.
I have been working at Firefighters Credit Union for over 20 years and been in the mortgage business for 30 years. We get a lot of people that like to shop around, and I encourage people to shop around for mortgages. And the one thing that you hear over and over is that we're for real. What they hear on the commercials is what they see when they come and see any of our employees. All these things together are what make Firefighters Credit Union the team you can trust.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference because you get this one chance to get this right, and you want somebody that's going to fight for you and get you the resolution that you need. I'm so glad that I called BGR.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, we definitely have a stretch of quiet weather coming up throughout the weekend. We'll see some more clouds here and there, but overall dry conditions, and definitely we'll have a change come early next week with another system. But in the meantime, we still got some precipitation just northeast of us, kind of touching some of the area. A lot of that's just sprinkles, and then cloud cover as that low now sits up north of, I got a fly in my face there for a second. Got the low up there, yeah, in there. So overall, if we're looking at frost conditions, and when we talk about frost, it's 32 or below. A lot of the areas have already seen it. La Crosse and areas here quite haven't seen it. You can see we're a little bit past due for that, getting below 32. Most of the rest of the area further north is. We will kind of get close to that. We'll probably see that, and that's why we do have the frost advisory getting back into that 32 to 36 range tonight. We will have some clouds and some wind still there, so that does tend to keep the temp up a little bit. So I don't think there'll be a lot of areas that will see below 32, but it definitely will be the case. Further north, they've already seen a frost and actually a freeze, so they're pretty much done for the season. Here's that little bit of precipitation and the temperatures too, but you'll note there's a little bit of cloud cover that starts forming just along and east of I-94. Some low clouds a little bit in the morning, plus there's another area of clouds that begins to push southeast. So overall, there will be cloud cover, and that does tend to keep the temp up a little bit, so we're not going to fall off too much. But even by 8 a.m., you still have some areas that are close to freezing. Other areas will be maybe 34 or 35. Just with that northwest wind, it'll be about 5 to 10, just enough to keep the temperatures up for the most area. Now, this cloud cover persists a little bit through the morning time frame, especially southwest of La Crosse and northeast Iowa, and then some pockets up further north. Even a sprinkle as far north, maybe Rusk County might see that, but I think all the precipitation tomorrow will be east of the area generally. Now, towards the afternoon, that's when all areas begin to kind of get clearing skies as that low begins to shift northeast of the area. So that's why we're going to have clearing skies going into Thursday evening, which sets up then the temperatures going forward. Now, this is going to be probably a hard freeze for a lot of areas. We're talking about below 28. For La Crosse area, the Mississippi River area, pretty much right on track to where we should see it. All the areas further north, as you see towards Eau Claire, Black River Falls, they've already seen this earlier in the month, so they're pretty much done with it. But I think we will see that go into Friday, given that we'll have less clouds, lighter winds that allow temperatures to fall well up to the 20s. This actually still might be too warm given how things will set up, so we'll have to adjust that for tomorrow. And even some areas of Black River Falls, Sparta area, you might see pockets that get to the upper teens. So it's definitely going to be the coldest temps for most areas that we've seen so far this season, and pretty much it is done with the growing season after that. Friday, though, temperatures get back up to the mid-50s, so it'll be a fairly nice day, pleasant conditions, about seasonal, right where we should be, with light winds, a few clouds out there. Saturday, going into the highs, we'll have more cloud cover, mid to high level clouds, but still the sun will be able to get out. We'll bump those temps a few more degrees, almost a few 60s there too. And even Sunday, before that system approaches the west, we should have enough to get close to 60 or in the 60s, depending on how much cloud cover comes from the west, which we will see increasing clouds with a precipitation chance probably holding off until we get to Monday. And then we do have a wet stretch off and on rain through about Wednesday as another system slides through the area before we finally dry out as we get towards Thursday. So it will be chilly, cold in the morning, but this is about time where we should see some more 20s or even upper teens for this time of year. But the afternoon, especially going into Friday, should be actually pleasant.
Nice.
And for high school playoff football, should be really nice conditions too. Typical what you would expect.
Quintessential fall weather.
Excellent. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, old friends reuniting. The Bucks open the season against Chris Middleton and the Wizards, plus Jordan Love on his past experiences learning under Aaron Rodgers ahead of Sunday night's matchup. Jacob is next.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're gonna find whatever you want, and you're gonna find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit King Furniture today.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model. Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, after an interesting offseason, losing Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez, adding Miles Turner, and all those rumors surrounding Giannis, the Bucks opening up their season tonight at home. Bucks legend Chris Middleton back in Milwaukee for the first time since he was traded away. First quarter, the new guy with a major first impression, Miles Turner, brings down the roof on the rack attack. And the newly paid sharpshooter A.J. Green connecting from long range to increase Milwaukee's lead from the corner as they put up 40 points in the first quarter. Then in the fourth, here's two of Giannis's 37, a thunderous jam right there. 7 Bucks players reach double figures, and Milwaukee begins their season with a 133-120 victory over the Wizards. And the T-Wolves out in Portland taking on the Trailblazers in their season opener tonight. Minnesota trailing by 4 at halftime. Anthony Edwards with 18 points and Julius Randle with 12 at the break. UWL women's soccer hosting UW-Platteville this evening. We jump to the 16th minute where Eagle Junior Aubrey Kaya is going to fire one off the keeper's hands and into the net to put her team up 1-0 early on. But in the second half, the Pioneers would strike back with Jess Morawski redirecting one in with the header, getting the equalizer to tie things up at 1 apiece. And both defenses would settle in for the rest of the contest. After 90 minutes, this one ends in a 1-1 draw. Well, there are plenty of storylines for the next Packer game against the Aaron Rodgers-led Steelers this coming Sunday, and one of those will be the former Green Bay gunslinger against his one-time understudy, Jordan Love. And number 10 in green and gold says he does have fond memories of learning from one of the all-time greats.
Being a first-round pick, having A-Rod there, there's a lot of question marks, so you never know how that's going to be. But I think obviously getting here, just being around A-Rod, being in the quarterback room, those guys welcome me in with open arms, and we're great. And I think that's what kind of just helps build those relationships, keep those relationships. But yeah, coming into it, you never know what to expect.
And when Rodgers was asked about the matchup, he said it's, quote, not a revenge game and that he's excited to see some of the guys again. And the leaves are changing, and so is our News 8 Play of the Week winner in just a couple days. So here are this week's nominees. We kick things off with Royal Waniwak Junior speedster Katie Field taking home the top prize at the Scenic Bluffs Conference meet last Saturday. She posted a time of 2016, winning comfortably by 36 seconds. More cross country at number 2, and it's been Ben Carney of Sparta going sub-17 in his first place finish last week at the MVC conference meet. Carney with enough left in the tank to end with a nice little sprint there and run a time of 16:43. Next up, Max Blaschko probably ran a 5K with all the carries he got last Friday. Arcadia running back rushing 33 times for 275 and 5 touchdowns. Here's 2 of those scores right there. Simply too tough to tackle for the Luther defense in a 42-20 Raider victory. We keep it on the ground for number 4 as Jack Barth of Holman is going to take the pitch. He'll shrug off a couple would-be tacklers and put his foot in the ground, speeding up field for the 60-yard score. He had 124 rushing yards in a thrilling 24-18 win over Logan. And it's a 2-for-1 for the final nominee of the week. This is Brett Peterson of Melrose Mindoro, first with a one-handed snag over on the sidelines to move the chains. And then look at this one. The DB thinks he has a pick, but Peterson says, I'll take that, as he hauls in a long reception along the sideline. So some great runners and a couple fantastic catches up for the News 8 Play of the Week. And to cast your vote at news8000.com under the Play of the Week tab, select your favorite. Guys, some great choices this week. Some big runs, big runners as well. Max Blaschko can really
that's who I'm going for.
Yeah,
5 touchdowns?
5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Great, not just a play, but multiple plays in the night. What are your thoughts?
Well, I did happen to film that Holman-Logan football game.
Little
so
bias.
Photography looks a little extra good on that one.
Great shots as well, and thanks for the Brett Peterson play sent in as well. We wouldn't have had that one if that one wasn't sent in. So some great choices this week, and we're winding down there for fall sports. So then we'll have a little break, and then winter sports will be back for it. So.
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona. Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
As I started growing out my natural hair color, I noticed my moderate to severe lines. I booked a Botox cosmetic consultation to temporarily make my frown, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. What was important to me was that I still look like me, just with fewer lines. And I'm confident about my results.
Botox cosmetic effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm the one and only Delphina, and I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic.
Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Art Center is impacted by tourists. When tourists come to the La Crosse region, it benefits everyone. They seek out many opportunities to experience theater, concerts, outdoor, wildlife, dining. It connects us all.
The Power of Tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A California zoo had quite a surprising visitor, a wild black bear.
Yeah, the wild black bear was peacefully mingling outside the fence with the zoo's enclosed black bears. Officials say the visiting bear was polite, curious, and not aggressive. Park workers later opened a gate and the wild bear eventually wandered out.
The staff aren't sure how the wild bear got through the outer perimeter of the zoo, with no breaches found, leading them to believe the bear may have climbed a tree to enter. Just looking for some friends or for some story time to tell the ones in the zoo. You would not believe the things I've seen.
Yeah, no, okay, so yeah, maybe they're long lost family members or something, but he was a wild bear that was talking to the zoo bears.
Yeah, just trying to get
and
a
then
little...
they let him go.
Yep.
Oh, they should let him have a little play date or something. He's lonely.
Make it a recurring thing.
Yeah.
Weekly visit.
It could be a cousin of theirs. They have no... You can't keep them apart like that. That is so cute. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes.
Call or schedule online.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 4 years.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. An upturn of the mouth. A brightening of the eyes. So easy. Making this the house with the best snacks. Kidless for the night. Like you're 20 again. A smile lights it up. Understands it all. Apologizes. Makes everything okay. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
This
This October, Maxwell White and the Lacrosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
All right, kind of a chilly start, but overall a few degrees warmer tomorrow, so most areas again in the 50s. Light winds and some more sunshine, that's the positive. Unfortunately, as we go to Friday morning, it's going to be probably in the 20s for a lot of areas, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday remaining dry and fairly seasonable too, so definitely enjoy the period of quiet weather coming up.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.